Hey everyone, I'm Alicia Krause. Thank you for watching, and today is a day I'm going to say I told you so, but first I wanted to say please be sure to comment and like and share and definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. Sorry it's been 10 days since my last video. I know I try to do them every week, but it's been an insane week, and this is my Saturday makeup look with a little scar that my baby gave me. I'm gonna lie and say that I got it in a knife fight though, because it sounds way cooler, but no, it's just the 15-month-old clawing at my face. But back to the I told you so. Amy Coney Barrett. Remember a couple weeks ago when I told you guys that I thought that Barbara Lagoa and Amy Coney Barrett would be good picks and good nominees to the Supreme Court? And one of the reasons I said so is because they've already had grace under pressure and kept calm under the fire of people when they went through the previous process of getting voted on by the Senate. Both of them had to do that because of the appellate roles that they had. Amy Coney Barrett, of course, in the second appellate court. And then during all of her time as a teacher, I think as a law professor, you are seeing that wisdom come through. This week, honestly, she killed it. She killed it so much, even Senator Dianne Feinstein, one of my senators from here in California, said that she thought she did a good job, which NARAL didn't like at all, which we'll talk about in a second. But I think that, honestly, I've been so impressed by her performance. I think a lot of people have been impressed by her performance, by her poise, by her grace, by her smarts. I mean, I ramble to you guys for 8 to 12 minutes at a time with no notes. I don't understand how she has the capability to answer legal questions and refer to law decisions and that she's made in the past without any notes. The picture is just iconic. I am thinking about dressing up as her for Halloween. I think I found my dress. I just need somebody to go to the Senate and get me a blank notepad so I can do that same thing for Halloween. And I think that once again, this points out that there are incredibly capable women out there that might disagree with you on some things. And it's okay to be actually, yes, all women. And this is really pointed out that people that were trying to make the Handmaid's Tale argument, or the she must be a Republican argument, or if you're a constitutional originalist, then you are therefore a racist argument. It's been debunked this week. I mean, she talked when it came to senators on the right and senators on the left about how it is not her job as a judge to make laws, that the Constitution is there for a reason, the legislative branch is there for a reason, and she shouldn't look at the Constitution and make decisions based on her own personal preferences, whether it be her religious affiliation or her personal political beliefs. Her job is to simply look at the Constitution and make a decision off of that. That is her guideline. And to the point, again, Dianne Feinstein said, wow, I'm pretty impressed with her, which perturbed NARAL, Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, and others on the committee who are grandstanding, because it really goes down to, when it comes to the courts, leftists see it as an opportunity to protect the thing that they hold the most dear, and that is a woman's right to kill a baby in the womb. You have NARAL that has numerous times supported and said that they espouse the belief that a woman has a right to kill a baby up until the moment of birth. Partial birth abortion that they have advocated for in the past. Of course they're perturbed at Dianne Feinstein for making ACB look like a normal human being. Of course they're upset that a mother of 7 who's a professional lawyer and a professor at an esteemed law school at Notre Dame and now serves as an appellate judge and might be the youngest mom ever to be on the Supreme Court of the United States might look good in the eyes of a Democrat, because they have to vilify her and they have to try to make her look bad because they don't want women to believe that they can have it all. And ACB is proof that actually women can have it all, and that you don't have to kill a baby in order to have a successful career, and that if you're a religious person, it doesn't turn out that you're going to be wearing the Handmaid's Tale bonnet and blessed is he and all that crap. She has a supporting and loving husband. And they have just tried to nitpick at the dumbest things, like the laundry question that was obviously just a joke. There was a senator that asked her, who does the laundry in your house? And there are feminists on Twitter that are like, how dare he ask that question? He's trying to imply that, she should be able to make time for her career and the laundry. Or I don't know, maybe he's just like, whoa, you guys have 7 kids. That's 9 people in the house. How the heck do you do your laundry? Which is what I thought it was. It shows that there's no sense of humor, there's no sense of reality, and there was really no sense of once again, yes, all women. You should be supportive of a woman being on the Supreme Court that is saying, I'm not going to have my religious opinion or my political opinion get in the way of my job, because that's not what justices are supposed to do. Which points out another hypocrisy of the left. They say that they don't want justices to make the law, except every single time somebody says that they're an originalist that isn't going to use the Constitution to make law or to read law with their own personal opinion, then they flip out over it, which points out another double standard. This week we've seen too that Joe Biden is now saying that he's going to make it known how he feels about packing the Supreme Court when he votes on Barrett in the Senate. Or, when the vote comes up in the Senate. It'll be really interesting, and I think that it's his way of avoiding the question. I think because he understands he's 11 points up nationally in polling, that he thinks, okay, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to pretend to continue to toe this moderate line as I go to the Rust Belt and do these train stops and these town halls and stuff, and say that I'm for the little man, the every worker, and not try to also alienate the far left of the party that has made Roe v. Wade its thing, that has made court packing its thing, and that is making Kamala Harris their new shero. Because a lot of people in the radical left, I think, actually understand that Joe has shifted to the left from that moderate guy that he used to be, and they're anticipating Kamala Harris like holding the reins and making a lot of decisions and moving him even further to the left, which is why that's scary to people like me, because Kamala has a record of using her job as a top cop in the state of California to go against those that she politically disagreed with, and using her position of power and abusing that position of power to do so. I think that Biden is trying to be savvy, politically savvy here, and going, okay, let's look at the national polling. Trump ain't doing too hot. ACB looks pretty good to the general public. People are saying that they like her a lot. Polling shows that something like 70% of Americans are fine with the Supreme Court. It's like the only branch of government that they still trust and like don't have a problem with compared to Congress and the executive branch. And he's trying to bide his time and not admit that he is okay with leftist court packing because he doesn't want to alienate the moderate voters. But he also doesn't want to come out and say, I'm not okay with court packing, because he doesn't want to alienate the AOCs and the Kamala Harrises and the far left of the party either, because he knows that he needs to get that base out to vote for him. Amy Coney Barrett's vote in the Judiciary Committee is coming up less than a week from today. It's on Thursday, the 22nd, the day that there was supposed to be another presidential debate. Of course, I don't think that those are happening anymore. We'll see if maybe there's another couple of town halls that are competing town halls with Joe Biden and Donald Trump, or I don't know, maybe even a competing town hall with Kamala Harris and Mike Pence. That could be interesting to see. And we'll see if she tells other people that they were mansplaining and interrupting to her, which is once again laughable, and I'm not the first person to point this out. Everybody that was saying that Pence was mansplaining to Kamala Harris has not come to the defense of Amy Coney Barrett, who had idiots like Cory Booker mansplaining to her and being condescending to her and interrupting her when she was doing her Supreme Court nominee testimony in front of the Judiciary Committee this week. So the double standard is real, and to people like you and I, of course, that is not shocking because it's something that we deal with all the time. I'm sure she'll obviously pass the committee with flying colors. She's gonna pass the Senate. We'll see when the actual full Senate is going to vote, whether or not that will happen before Election Day or not. But this is a perfect example, I think, of how sometimes, even though Trump says and tweets really, really dumb things and does dumb things, thank God for whoever is in the White House that advised him to nominate Amy Coney Barrett, because I think that she is just fully killing it. And I am encouraged that she, says that she is an originalist and would hopefully rule in the way in which the late and great Scalia did. And I think really kudos to Barbara Lagoa too. I'm interested now to read more of her cases and to see if she remains on a short list for a Supreme Court nominee in the future, because if this is the level that ACB is, and Barbara Lagoa was in the top 2 being considered by the White House, these are some really savvy, incredible women that I think girls everywhere should look up to. So that's just some of my thoughts from this week. It will be interesting to see what happens next week. I'm thinking of picking up my posts between now and Election Day, which is going to feel like a really weird Election Day because we're all going to be working on Election Day, but what are we even going to be reporting on, because everybody is early voting or mail-in voting, and it's not like we can stay up till midnight West Coast time and understand who the president is. I know some people think that we're going to figure it out the next day. I am afraid that both sides, both Trump campaign and the Biden campaign, won't want to let go and won't want to concede. And I just think 2020 has been an insane year. So why are we anticipating the election to be smooth sailing? So I don't know, maybe that's just Kraus Conspiracy Corner for a moment, but let me know your thoughts on that and whether or not you agree. But once again, Team ACB, I think she's done an incredible job. And I think that it's further proof of like, thank God for our founding principles and the three different branches of government, because if the executive branch is a you-know-what show in 2021, no matter who's in the Oval Office, maybe we'll have some balance in other parts of the government and other parts of the country. So I'm Alicia signing off on this Saturday. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.